From the Kozlowski Gymnasium here on the campus of Arlington High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School host the Sachems of the Winchester High School. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan. My partner tonight is Scott Zwick, and it's been a while since we've been with you here from a home basketball game for the Spy Ponders. Since back on December 19th when Melrose was here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. So first of all, Happy New Year to everybody, and Scott, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Don, and Happy New Year to everybody out there in Spy Ponderland. We've got a matchup tonight that I'm titling Middlesex League Rising for the Spy Ponders. They come in with a record of 6-2, 5-0 in the league, but the Sachems are 7-2, 5-1. This is a big game. Sachems, the question for them is, are they ready to take the next step? And for the Spy Ponders, they've been showing glimpses of the team they can be. They've been trying to improve. Can they put it all together tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fast-paced, up-and-down game. We've had some scouting reports about Winchester High School. They're a fast-paced team. They're going to play a 2-2-1 full-court press the whole game. They're going to fall back into man-to-man. Arlington, as we know, loves to play at tempo themselves, so I think it's going to be a very fast-paced game, and I don't know, I think the team that gets to 60 wins tonight will do it. Of course, Arlington's hallmark this season has been their defense. They've had a little trouble scoring in high quantities this year. I think their highest scoring game was an overtime game with 73 points, but most of Arlington's games are in the 50s, but they're holding opponents to probably only around 45, 46 points per game, and that's how Arlington's going to win ball games, and hopefully how they're going to win this game tonight.
Defensively, the Spy Ponders want to invade the space of the Winchester Sachems. They want to disrupt them. They want deflections and steals. If they can get that, Coach Bowler's going to be a very happy man.
Now we have the introductions of tonight's starting lineups. First for Winchester, junior guard number 2, Joe McCarron. Senior quad captain number 4, Alex Bogmalovov. Senior quad captain number 14, Liam Fitzpatrick. Senior quad captain number 21, Patrick Grassi. He's wearing number 21 tonight. And finally, the senior quad captain number 23, Mario De Benedetto. Head coach of the Sachems is John Fleming. Coach Fleming is in his 6th season as the head coach of the Sachems. And now we have the starting lineup for your Spy Ponders. Number 30, Bensley Joseph. Number 0, Nick Corrales. Number 14, junior tri-captain James Gascoigne. Senior tri-captain number 20, Dom Black. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Spy Ponders at center, the senior tri-captain number 23, Ben Wasco. Head coach of the Spy Ponders is John Bowler in his 10th season. He's assisted by Jack Woods, Kevin Lentini, Zach Lee, Tyler Sullivan, and the head of basketball operations for the Spy Ponders is Tim Schuler. And now we will have the playing of our national anthem.
Let's play some hoops. I tell you, Don, a lot on the line tonight for the Spy Ponders. They've won 35 straight regular season home games, along with a 23-game winning streak in the Middlesex League. Ironically, tonight might be their biggest league test they've had in a couple of seasons.
Yes, I believe that from what I've heard from various people around the league, that Winchester is the one team that many people think could possibly upset the Spy Ponders. But Arlington is at home tonight, and the test will be had for the Spy Ponders. It'll be James Gascoigne jumping up against De Benedetto, chip controlled by the Sachems, and they will have the first possession of the ball game. Of course, James Gascoigne still wearing that face mask from the earlier home game that we had when he broke his nose in the Arlington win against Melrose. Stolen by Bensley Joseph. Fast break for the Spy Ponders. Dom Black will drive baseline, little kick pass to Wasco. The ball's knocked loose, comes up to Dom. Dom kicks it back out to Bensley Joseph for three. It's no good.
Joseph showing some spunk early on. The Spy Ponders very spry on defense. Dribble drive on offense, looking good to start.
Three-point shot here by Grassi is up, no good. Dom Black with the rebound for Arlington.
Spy Ponders will look to move the ball side to side. Cuts and pop outs.
Ooh, Nick almost had Ben there on the cut, didn't get it to him. James down inside to Ben Wasco. Ben spins, puts it up. Shot's no good. Dom Black high for the rebound over the Winchester player, but unable to come up with it, and here comes Winchester the other way.
Just what the Spy Ponders want, a point blank shot at the basket.
Little jump hook shot there is blocked by Wasco. Nick Corrales ahead of the pack, goes to the right hand, can't get it to go. Wasco with the tip, it won't count, and they're gonna get him for a rebounding foul. First on Ben, first on the team.
That's not gonna be a foul that Coach Bowler's gonna mind at all. Ben Wasco hustling hard in there to get that miss. Spy Ponders look very focused early. For Winchester, look for Liam Fitzpatrick to take a heavy load of the offense. That's number 14.
Winchester will not use a lot of the shot clock if it's their choice. They like to shoot it early and often. All five players look to score. Man-to-man defense by the Ponders. 13 on the shot clock. We're scoreless in the first 2 minutes of this ball game. Bogmalovov, no. Gascoigne with the rebound, and another rebounding foul. This time it's against Winchester. Will go against number 4, Alex Bogmalovov.
So early on, you're seeing the Spy Ponders have a little bit of an advantage on the boards, but I think mostly they've come out with superior effort, and that's been the difference.
Bensley Joseph right through the Winchester press. Kicks it back out to Dom Black. Nick, baseline, drives, kicks it back out. Arlington will reset the offense. 2 minutes played, first quarter, scoreless.
Spy Ponders can have anything they want with that press. They can get offense off of the press designed to create pressure.
10 on the shot clock, inside to Gascoigne. He makes his move to the baseline, to the 10, kicks it back out. He tried to get Nick Corrales in the corner, but Nick had cut a little bit away from that corner, and the ball goes out of bounds.
An impressive Sigma pivot there by Gascoigne. Just got a little too fancy with the pass. Spy Ponders will look to pressure defense, keep the ball out of the middle. Black is going to be guarding Fitzpatrick.
De Benedetto, he's the scorer for the Sachems. He comes all the way back to the left, came back with the right hand, couldn't get it to go, and we're still scoreless. Bensley Joseph, foul line jump shot, around and out, and we remain scoreless so far.
Good look for Bensley Joseph, a little dribble drive to the foul line. Wide open jumper.
De Benedetto passed on the three. Now instead, Grassi takes the three and makes it for the first points of the game.
Grassi squares his shoulders. Bing, bang, boom. Here come the save from Spy Ponders, advancing the ball on this pressure.
Grassi doesn't get the ball much, but when he does, he looks to score immediately. Joseph, baseline drive, flips it up. No, he is fouled on the play, and I believe it will go against Grassi.
As you know, Don, I've said that basketball is a game of 1,000 little races. The team that wins those races usually wins the contest, and right there, Bensley Joseph won a race at the baseline, and he's rewarded with a couple of freebies with absolutely no one guarding him.
Grassi's first, second on the team, and Bensley Joseph puts the Spy Ponders on the board with his first point of the night.
The super sophomore with a nice smooth stroke. You love to see that.
2 free throws for the sophomore, and the Spy Ponders cut into the lead. It's 3-2 Sachems. Just about 4:45 remaining first quarter.
Spy Ponders with no full court pressure, kind of token pressure. A little bit surprised by that.
Bogmalovov drives, kicks it to Grassi. Grassi lost control. His Dom back ahead of the pack. Floats it up and in.
Black finishes through contact, but that play was created by Corrales with a deflection, just what the Spy Ponders want.
Black averaging 14.7 rebounds and 5 assists per game thus far this season. Here's a 3-point shot. It's no good by Fitzpatrick, but Winchester comes up with the offensive rebound. Halfway through the first quarter, Ponders lead at 4-3.
Ponders invading the space of the Sachems, just what Coach Bowler wants.
Benedetto lost control of it. Grassi's able to come up with it. He loses it, and I think he touched it last. He did. It'll be Ponder ball.
He sure did, and what you have there is the Spy Ponders being aggressive. We had a deflection, a trap, and 3 players had their personal space invaded on the court. They didn't like it, and it created a turnover.
Joey Pazia, number 21 for the Ponders, checks into the lineup. He replaces Ben Wasco. Joey playing without one of his front teeth, hurt in practice the other day, diving for a loose ball. Arlington kind of hit by the injury bug a little bit. Adrian Black will not dress due to a finger injury, and Brendan McNamara, who's been a key player off the bench for Arlington, did not dress as well as Joey Pazia gets 2 down low.
Pazia, strong hand, squared his shoulders and finished at the rim.
McNamara is probably going to be out for a few weeks with a knee injury. I don't know the extent of Adrian Black's finger injury, but both players not playing tonight. Arlington had to go down the roster a little ways and dressing a couple of the junior varsity players here tonight. Spy Ponders with a 6-3 lead. Baseline drive, and Fitzpatrick got caught up in the air, couldn't do anything with the ball, landed with it, and he's called correctly for a travel. He thought he got contacted.
Fitzpatrick beat Don Black to a race, but he couldn't do anything with the basketball once he beat him to the race. Spy Ponders so far have looked to go inside. Let's see if that continues.
Bensley pull-up jumper from the foul line, no. Gascoigne fights for the rebound. He got a hand on it. That allowed it to go to Pazia, and then Pazia trying to save it. Saved it to a Winchester player. Back come the Sachems the other way. 2:42 to go, first quarter. Ponders by 3. Here goes De Benedetto, and he is fouled on the play.
Benedetto with a nice dribble drive, 2 giant steps, little contact at the hoop, and he's going to get rewarded with a pair of free throws. John Bowler can't like the last 2 trips down the court. The Sachems have been able to penetrate the middle of his defense, exactly what he does not want.
First foul on Dom Black, second on the team. Winchester substitutes. Number 5, Will McCarron, checks in the lineup, replacing brother Joe McCarron.
Be interested to see what Bensley, it looks like they're going to give him that jumper at the foul line. It's going to be hard for him to pass that up. He's over 2 there.
1 of 2 for De Benedetto, 6'4" Ponders. Another Winchester substitution was number 11, Michael Tavia. Pazia saves it with great hustle. He goes into the stands, I think, as the Arlington student body section is here to our left, so it's hard for us to see in that corner. Great crowd here tonight, Scott, for this big Middlesex League matchup.
Packed house, Middlesex League rising. Spy Ponders think they can create offense off of the pressure that Winchester's trying to attempt on them. That time it resulted in positive results for the Sachems.
Well, a nice little move there, and off the window is Fitzpatrick for his first bucket of the night, and we're tied at 6, coming up on 2 minutes remaining first quarter.
Fitzpatrick with a little dipsy-do under Rue, finish at the 10.
Gascoigne might have had Joey Pazia there. Instead he takes a little flip hook shot from the baseline, no good. Back come the Sachems.
A little bit of a rush shot there by Gascoigne. Didn't square his shoulder for that little jump hook.
Bogmalovov kicks it to Tavia. Tavia's going to take the pull-up shot. No. Don Black with another rebound.
Winchester is getting what they want on offense. So they're moving the ball side to side, and so far they've been able to dribble, drive, or get open outside shots.
Don Black backing his way in, spins, Defensive play for Winchester went down. Bensley Joseph comes up with the ball, hangs high in the air, gets the shot up off the window. No, but he is fouled on the play.
Right there you see the superior athleticism of Bensley Joseph, along with the high basketball acumen to keep his body in control as he went up through the contact. To keep your body in control and you look like you're not just tossing it up towards the basket, oftentimes you'll be rewarded with contact. He was there in 2 freebies with nobody guarding him.
First free throw is good. Bensley 3 for 3 at the line so far tonight for the Ponders. Arlington retakes the lead, 7-6. Ben Wasco back into the Ponder lineup, replacing James Gascoigne.
High intensity here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium tonight. Electricity in the air.
4 for 4 at the line for Bensley Joseph. Ponders by 2. Minute 19 remaining, first quarter. Also for Arlington, number 24, Sam Swift had checked into the lineup.
Spy Ponders look a little bit more engaged here on defense.
It's a good double team there. Bogmalovov off the window, no. Bensley Joseph with the rebound, 1 minute remaining, first quarter. Ponders by 2. Oh, nice defensive effort there by Fitzpatrick. He read that passing lane, but unable to control it. All he could do was knock it out of bounds.
Excellent defensive set for the Spy Ponders. Their goal, their biggest goal in the team is create single-digit quarters, and right now, Winchester has 6 points in the quarter.
And I think they're going to get Ben Wasco for a moving screen on a team control foul. Or maybe it's Pazia. It is on Pazia. Excuse me. Pazia picks it up, his second.
Didn't really see that one, Don. Here comes a little bit of
either.
diamond press action for the Spy Ponders. Look for traps and deflections. Nope, just straight man-to-man pressure.
Yeah, for Arlington, another substitution. Number 22, Stephen McGilvery, into the Ponder lineup. Little drive there, strong to the basket is DiBenedetto who scores.
DiBenedetto a little bit too fast there. Got his first step and able to finish at the rim.
We're tied at 8 with 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Spy Ponders look a little bit out of sync here. 16 seconds left.
Don Black to the basket, off the window and in.
Don Black does a phenomenal job at controlling his body, squaring his shoulders while he's in the air, absorbs the contact and finishes.
8.4 seconds remaining. Winchester trying to get off a final shot. Arlington by 2. It's going to be a little baseline jump shot for Bogmalov. It's an air ball, and now that'll end the first quarter.
So the Spy Ponders finish with a single-digit quarter. They're up 10-8. Gotta like what they are doing on the defensive end, but offensively, they're just struggling. They're getting some open looks. Bentley Joseph has gotten what he's wanted, but they've looked a little bit out of sync on offense.
It's a good defensive team that Winchester has, and so is Arlington, so I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think both teams are going to have to work hard to score, and that's what we saw in the first quarter. Ponders barely in double figures, and Winchester with 8 points in single digits. So 10-8 after 1. Spy Ponders, only 3 team fouls committed by each team, so that's even. And hey, while we have a moment, we'd like to thank the ACMi crew that's helping us out here tonight and doing all the hard work. Our producer is Alex Van Thong. The camera folk are Adam Deck, Zach Garrigus, Felix Moisand, Max Deluca. Our graphics and audio person is Colin Gilbert. And our director, he just goes by Staz. He says, don't even bother with my last name. Even I can't say it, so we're just going to call him Staz. And Staz is our director tonight. Thank you to all of you for bringing us this telecast tonight.
Bing, bang, boom to the crew.
Yeah, it's a lot of work watching them set up beforehand. We have 4 cameras on tonight, one on each baseline, 2 up top here. Quite a production for this game here tonight. Thanks again, guys. Don Black inside, no. Rebound is up and in. No, with the left hand, it didn't go for McGilvery. Loose ball fought for, and Winchester comes up with it.
McGilvery, everything with the basket there, working really hard.
And they're going to get a blocking foul on Arlington.
Right now, Winchester on the outside, especially on dribble drives, they look very spry, very quick. Spy Ponders have to make an adjustment, move their feet, work a little bit harder, prevent balls from getting to the middle of the basket.
Foul called against number 24, Sam Swift, his fourth on the team. Now taking it strong to the basket is DiBenedetto, and he has 2 more.
And that is just a mismatch. Ben Wasco cannot guard DiBenedetto, and Coach Bowler's going to have to make a change there because that is a mismatch speed-wise from the outside.
Scouting report on DiBenedetto is that he looks to score every time he gets the ball, and he's very effective driving to the hole, and that's what we saw right there. Bensley Joseph trying to answer, cannot. We're tied at 10. We played about a minute here in the second quarter.
He didn't square his shoulders, and that was the problem there.
Baseline drive by Fitzpatrick results in a blocking foul against Arlington.
Right now, Winchester is winning those races, and then although it's not reflected in a 10-10 tie, it's reflected in the momentum. They have the momentum right now. The Spy Ponders a little bit on their heels. They're trying to force up shots in the lane. They got to work their offense, have multiple people touch the basketball.
Nick Corrales back in the Ponder lineup. DiBenedetto can't get the roll. Break there for Arlington as DiBenedetto went strong to the tin, couldn't get it in.
And again, DiBenedetto beat Swift.
Black for 3, no, but Bensley Joseph has the rebound. He goes up strong, had it blocked from behind. I think it was DiBenedetto with the block from behind. Here come the Sachems the other way looking to take the lead. McCarron, no. Rebound fought for. DiBenedetto fights for it. It's Wasco that comes up with it. He lost it high into the air. What a collision at midcourt between 2 players hustling for the ball. Good non-call there by the officials as it was just one of each team going for the ball.
Both teams getting at it right now.
McCarron for 3. He's got it. And Winchester takes the lead as Joe McCarron has his first basket of the night. And the Sachems lead at 13-10. And Arlington takes a timeout.
Arlington takes a timeout. John Bowler not happy with what he's seeing. This is something, Don, we haven't seen the last 2 years in the Middlesex League. We are seeing a team come in here confident, thinking that they can win this game, and then going out and executing in that type of a manner. Right now, Winchester has momentum on their side. More importantly, they are winning those races. They are beating the Spy Ponders to loose balls. That's been the calling card for the Spy Ponders for years, and right now they got to make a mental adjustment.
Yeah, we played 2:09 here in the second quarter, and Winchester has outscored Arlington 5-0 to take this 13-10 lead. First biggest lead of the, well, Winchester hit the first basket of the game, was a 3-pointer, so Winchester matching their largest lead of the game, but Arlington pretty much led most of that first quarter, so a little adversity for the Spy Ponders here tonight, and we'll see how they respond.
They need to get the ball over half court, and they need to set up their offense and run the ball, run it, work it side to side. Ball's got to go both sides. Got a horn set here, that's 2 men up high. They run a lot out of this horn set.
Gascoigne's open on the baseline, bobbles it for a moment.
Get it to the other side.
9 on the shot clock for Arlington. Don Black goes baseline, comes back up and under, no. Nice little play there, and putting it back up and in is Stephen McGilvery with a great offensive rebound and put back.
This time McGilvery gets it to go. He's showing superior attitude and effort, and it shows in a big offensive rebound and put back.
Spin move by DiBenedetto, kicks it out to Bogmalovic. Left-handed shot is up and in. Count the basket for Liam Fitzpatrick, and he will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
And Don Black, the returning league all-star, kind of glance at Fitzpatrick, say, I didn't know you were that quick. Well, he is. He just dribble drive to his left, finished at the tin through contact. And the Spy Ponders better either take this team a little bit more seriously and move their feet, or they're going to find themselves in a little bit of trouble here.
Foul was committed by Bensley Joseph, his first 6th on the team. So Arlington now will be over the limit on the next foul. Fitzpatrick completes the 3-point play. He has 5. of Winchester's 16. And for the first time tonight, number 4, Will Clifford, checks into the Ponder lineup, a junior guard. He has the ball right here. He goes up and under with the left hand and puts it in. So Will Clifford makes an impact right away and cuts the Sachem lead down to 2.
Tom Black with a dime to Clifford, who finishes with the left-hand side, the left side. Got to prevent dribble drives.
3-point shot is good. That's number 11, Michael Tavia, the junior forward off the bench with his first points of the night. And Winchester now with their largest lead of the game. They lead it by 5. Good pressure here by Winchester results in a held ball. And on the alternating possession rule, it will be, I believe, Winchester ball.
And if you want to
with momentum,
you want to see momentum shown to you right there. That ball hit the ground, and the player almost beat the ball to the ground. Winchester is smelling their biggest win in years, and they know they're going to have to do it with superior effort.
It should be Arlington ball. Oh, from our angle, and I think DiBenedetto knows it too. It looked like Nick Corrales saved it off of DiBenedetto's leg before it went out of bounds, but that was a tough one for the officials to see.
Tough one. Sometimes, though, when you're winning those races, you get the calls.
Yep, 3-man game. They would have had a better view of it, but with just the 2 officials, not a good view. So Winchester with the ball and a 5-point lead, and we're approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. Bogomolov knocked away by Arlington. Here comes Don Black the other way to Nick Corrales. Excuse me, that's Clifford, excuse me. James Gascoigne up and with the reverse lays it in.
Gascoigne bowls his way to the basket and finishes at the 10. Let's see if the Spy Ponders can get something going on the defensive end.
First points of the evening for James Gascoigne, the junior tri-captain. Averaging 13 and 10 a game. 13 points, 10 rebounds per.
This is more like it here. They won 2 races there. Let's see if they can win a 3rd.
5 on the shot clock. Winchester's going to have to hurry to get a shot off. They do not. And the Spy Ponders steal. A great defense by Ben Wasco. Corrales gets credit for the steal. Wasco to the cup. Lays it up. No, but he is fouled on the play.
Phenomenal call there for Winchester. Tavilla was not in proper guarding position. Ben Wasco saw that. 2 giant steps, contact, and 2 freebies.
So for the quad captain, Bogomolov, he picks up his 2nd foul. He's the only player, well, Sam Swift for Arlington also with 2, so just those 2 players, the only 2 players in foul trouble. Just the 4th team foul against the Sachems. Arlington has committed 6, so Winchester will be in the bonus for the remainder of the first half.
Last time down on defense, you saw Nick Corrales beat somebody baseline, a huge race. Let's see if that sparks the club.
1 of 2 for Ben Wasco, cuts the Winchester lead back to 2. 19-17 coming up on the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Here's DiBenedetto again. Count the basket, and DiBenedetto will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
DiBenedetto is fearless to the basket. He's rough, he's tough, he finishes through contact. Everything the Sachems are getting is through the dribble drive. Even if it's off of a deflection, Spy Ponders are going to either have to stop those dribble drives or change into a different defense, and I don't think that's anything Coach Bowe is even thinking about.
DiBenedetto completes the 3-point play. He now has 8 for Winchester, number 12, Tommy Degnan into the lineup. Here comes Bensley Joseph to the basket. He lays it up and in. First basket of the game for Bensley after 4 consecutive free throws. He has 6. Ponders down by 3. Gascoigne with the steal. Here goes James Gascoigne. All the way, he lays it up and in.
Bensley Joseph swishing and dishing, and now James Gascoigne finishing at the 10, and the Spy Ponders cut it to 1.
22-21, Sachems coming up on 2.5 minutes remaining, second quarter. I think Gascoigne was thinking about going for the dunk, and he wisely changed his mind, as you don't want to give away points in this kind of a game, as DiBenedetto goes strong to the basket and has 2 more. He's got 10.
DiBenedetto has been the best player in this game so far. Dribble driving in the basket, finishing through contact, beating people to spots. Very impressive.
Bensley, pull-up jump shot from the foul line. No. Rebound loose. And that should be a travel, I believe. The McCarran player went to the ground with the basketball. And Winchester able to come up. Both McCarrans in the game, and they're both listed as juniors, and they look a little bit alike. I'm thinking they could be twins. Now drive to the basket, ball's knocked loose, last touched by Arlington. It'll be Winchester ball.
And right there you saw Don Black. He's the first to get to that loose ball. That signals to me the Spy Ponders are now matching the effort and intensity of the Sachems.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. There's a nice little pull-up jump shot there. That's a beautiful looking shot by Fitzpatrick. He has 7, so as advertised, the Fitzpatrick to Benedetto duo with 17 of the points. Bensley with the right hand, no. Ben Wasco with the follow, count it, and he'll go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
Fitzpatrick on one end, on the other end, it's Wasco through contact, the and one, and back and forth we go. Middlesex League rising. Here we are.
26-23 Winchester. Ben Wasco at the line for one shot. Can't complete the three-point play, but Gascoigne gets the offensive rebound, puts it up, no, and he was fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2 shots with a chance to cut into the Winchester lead.
The Arlington Spy Ponders have had superior jumping ability, athletic ability to get the offensive rebounds. That's really kept them in this ball game. If not, I think they might be down by as many as 8 or 10. But James Gascoigne gets a huge rebound there, contact, and 2 free throws.
Arlington has not done a good job at the line so far tonight, with the exception of Bensley Joseph, who was 4 for 4 at the beginning of the game. James hits 1 of 2. 26-24 Winchester, minute 22 to go.
Big defensive set here for the Spy Ponders. No dribble drives.
Oh, up and under and in. Liam Fitzpatrick with a gorgeous move.
Well, either Fitzpatrick is faster than Don Black, which I don't think he is. Don Black is going to have to make an adjustment because it's the second time he's gone past him with the dribble drive with the left hand.
Just under a minute remaining first half. Don Black might have got away with a carry, and now he'll go to the line for 2 as Joe McCann will be called for the blocking foul.
Don Black gives it up on one end, but then gets it back on the other with a nice little crossover, finished with his left, couldn't complete the play, made the contact, and roared with a couple of freebies, nobody guarding him, and the Spy Ponders struggled with nobody guarding him tonight.
50.1 seconds remaining first half. Arlington down by 4. Don Black at the line for 2. Both teams now with 17 fouls over the limit. For McCarran, he picked up his second foul. Don Black hits the first free throw.
I'll tell you, Don, is the atmosphere here a tournament like that? This is astonishing.
Yeah, it really is, because if you think about it, these 2 games with Winchester are probably going to determine the winner of the Middlesex Liberty League. 1 of 2 for Don Black.
Spy Ponders continue to struggle at the line.
Black with the steal, around the back dribble, to the basket, and unfortunately he lost his footing, and they're going to call him for a traveling violation.
You know,
is that spot too? You know, the players had tried to work on that spot during Don Black's last 2 free throws attempts, and as you can see, maybe the discoloration for you folks at home where Don Black is standing, there's a huge discoloration, and I don't know if all that was there before Don went down or he maybe contributed more to that, but the floor was wet in that area, and I think that contributed to Don Black losing his balance.
Very unfortunate for the Spy Ponders here. They're finally going to get that cleaned up. You know, I'll tell you, on top of that, I'm not really sure it was a travel. Once he lost control with his feet, he let go of the ball. I don't know if you can travel without the ball in your hands. Maybe you can.
No, you cannot.
So, at any rate, 37 seconds left. So this is a huge possession here defensively for the Spy Ponders. They have to dig in, dig deep, and say, we're not going to let Fitzpatrick, and we're not going to let DiBenedetto dribble drive on us.
So they are done with the housekeeping chores. We'll get rid of that towel. And with 37.5 seconds remaining, it'll be Winchester ball. Arlington should get a final shot off. Winchester would be hard-pressed to go 2 for 1 with only a 7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock.
It's a big possession. This is a huge possession in this game.
Been a great second quarter for Winchester. They have 20 second quarter points after being held to 8 in the first quarter, as DiBenedetto and Fitzpatrick have really lit it up here in the second quarter.
Spy Ponders go zone here. This is a 2-3 zone.
Well,
This is a
knocked out of
2-3 zone.
bounds.
Sorry, God.
No problem. Ben Wasco knocks it away. Winchester ball.
This is a 2-3 zone. Let's see if... Yeah, now I think Winchester has identified it now. They didn't at first.
Arlington looks like they're going to stay in it. A little bit of a matchup. Not so sure how good of a shooting team Winchester is. It looked like they like to take it to the hole more, so maybe the zone would be more effective. As the missed shot there, and the putback by Tavia. Let's see if the Ponders can get off a final shot. Here's Bensley Joseph for 3 seconds. Ball's knocked away. McCarron, he might get a final shot off. He does, and it just barely goes off the rim and out.
Wow.
So an impressive second quarter here for the Sachems. They outscore the Spy Ponders to the tune of 22-15 and take a 30-25 lead into the intermission break.
I'll tell you, Don, electric atmosphere, Middlesex League rising. The Sachems are up to the challenge. They're winning races, but more importantly, their guards are faster right now, or appear to be faster, especially on the dribble drive than the Spy Ponders. I'm not sure if that's actually the case. So the Spy Ponders need to make an adjustment at halftime, prevent those dribble drives, and then on offense, they've got to move the ball side to side and be a little bit more deliberate on offense.
The score at the end of the first half, the Winchester High School 30, Arlington High School 25. Scott and I will be back with second half action.
Going live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome to the ACMi halftime show with our score, Winchester 30, Arlington High 25. We're lucky to have with us a super sensational athletic director for Arlington High School, Melissa Dugalecki. Welcome, Melissa.
Thanks for having me, Scott.
Great. So talk to us a little bit about this atmosphere tonight. As you know, I'm from the enemy territory, from Winchester, but talk to us a little bit about tonight, about we see all these students here. What does this say about the Arlington High Athletic Program?
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. It's just an electric environment to see the pride and the support among our student athletes and to see the way it's grown. And, you know, really they are, you know, just embracing the idea of what they want Spy Ponder Pride to be, right? And so, you know, we can embrace it or define it, but it's really up to them to define it and then implement it. And so I'm just really proud of them to see them here supporting their peers. You know, great community event. We have youth here, we have alumni here, we have, you know, parents here, we have students here, faculty and staff. So, you know, it's just a great high school athletic event.
It really is. And as you know, this year we've started covering the girls. We've seen the same thing with the girls. It's been electric. So talk to us also a little bit about your student ambassadors. They had a little trip today?
Yeah. So we have 3 student ambassadors who represent, basically they are on what the MIAA would consider almost their leadership board. So the MIAA of our 376 schools, they have a relatively small amount, you know, I'd say about 40 students in the state who help them with decision making and who kind of serve as their leaders. We have 3 who were chosen from Arlington, so it was really exciting. And they were down there today just working on leadership, talking to other, you know, captains or leaders of student activities, not even necessarily athletics, from around the state, and just, you know, sharing ideas and talking about this amazing platform they have, you know, in the world of educational athletics.
And we've seen that really implemented in our community the past few years with your leadership council, I believe it's called.
Yeah, we have a captain's council that meets
Captain's
weekly.
Council,
Yes.
and I never get that right.
That's no problem.
But I love the program, the Captain's Council, and just them giving back and then being leaders in the community, because someday, obviously soon, they're going to be out in the community.
Right, absolutely. And recognizing that, you know, the community is ultimately what allows for their experiences, and it's important to give back.
It sure is. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope to get you back maybe for a girls broadcast soon.
Absolutely, sure.
And thanks for being with us, and we'll be back for the second half right after this.
Hi, welcome to the 19th program in the Art in Arlington series.
FoodLink serves people in need in Arlington and the surrounding communities. We partner with 12 local grocery and prepared food stores
edX launched their MicroMasters program as an opportunity for students around the world.
Again, this is Nicole with you. I'm your host, Nicole Samako, and we going to talk to Ashley.
And then you will run to the devil himself from the sight of a gun.
Down, down, blue and brown, the leaves are falling to the ground.
The Schwams specialized in here starting back in the 1860s. A customer comes in, tells us what he or she wants.
Welcome to this episode of Songs of Hope and Tolerance.
Start hell with $1 low $. Camel with a man and I want me another.
Hi, I'm Susan Karp, the Executive Director of the Arlington Council on Aging. We're located in Arlington, Massachusetts.
And welcome to A Books Review. I'm your host, Alistair Book.
And we're back and getting ready for second half action here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. Don Phelan, Scott Zwick here to bring you this game, highly anticipated game between the Spy Ponders of Arlington and the Sachems of the Winchester High School. So our score at the half, Arlington Scott finds themselves in a very unfamiliar position for the last, 4 years or so. They find themselves trailing at home in a league game.
And this has been an absolute flip-flop of what we've seen from this team over the years. This is Winchester taking it to them. This is Winchester beating them to loose spots. This is Winchester invading their space. This is Winchester dribble driving. So I expect a big second half from the Spy Ponders. Inspired basketball, protecting home court.
It will be Arlington ball to begin the second half on the alternating possession roll. Arlington with their starting five of number 0, Nick Corrales, number 23, Ben Wasco, number 14, James Gascoigne, number 20, Dom Black, number 30, Bensley Joseph. First possession of the Spy Ponders. Got off a nice shot there. Didn't get it to go, but it will be Arlington ball. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Winchester.
There's a few players that Winchester kind of want to shoot the basketball, and Arlington's kind of playing in their hands and letting that happen.
Traveling violation called against Bensley Joseph. For Arlington, Bensley led the way in the first half, but Bensley Joseph, Scott, with only one first half basket. He had 4 free throws as well early in the game, but Winchester has done a nice job clamping down on Arlington's leading scorer, who's averaging 17 points per game. Now DiBenedetto. It's going to be a 3-point shot by McCarron is good, and Joe McCarron has hit his last 2 3-point attempts, and the Sachems with an 8-point lead.
Spy Ponders worrying about that dribble drive, found themselves a step out, couldn't contest that three-pointer, and here's an errant throw.
Wasco got caught up in the corner, tried to make the pass back to the top of the key, unsuccessful. And Winchester with a chance to extend their lead to double digits.
Danger time for the Spy Ponders here. I can't believe I just said that.
3-point shot by DiBenedetto, no. And they're gonna get Joe McCarron on the rebounding foul.
Spy Ponders still doing what they've done best in this game, and that's rebound the basketball. I don't like the body language of Spy Ponders right now. There's a little bit of a head down, not sulking so much as just kind of not pep in their step. I want to see that pep in the step.
Bensley Joseph strong to the basket, couldn't get the roll. Arlington comes up with the offensive rebound, and nice save there by Nick Corrales to prevent that ball from going into the backcourt.
See if they can run some good offense here.
Down 8 on the Ponders. Gascoigne. 5 first half points for James. 7 on the shot clock. Dump pass to Corrales. He puts it up. No. He's fouled on the play. And for McCarron, I believe that will be his 3rd foul.
It's a big foul for the Sachems. Spy Ponders do get some good offense that time. Gascoigne with a little move, sees Corrales, a little nice dump off. He's rewarded with a couple of freebies. But as you mentioned, Don, the Spy Ponders have struggled from the charity stripe tonight.
And first free throw for Corrales is good. Nick's first point of the game. Cuts the Winchester lead down to 7. Now Arlington has faced some adversity before. They found themselves down, what was it, 21-6 in the first quarter of the game at Lexington, I believe it was. He came back and won that ball game. Around the rim and out for Nick on his second free throw.
And they were down 9 at the half of that game, so this is nothing new for this Spy Ponder team. But Lexington is not quite the same caliber as this Winchester club.
Don Black with the steal. He's going to go all the way and lay it in.
That's just what the Spy Ponders, bing, bang, boom, Don Black, deflection, steal.
33-28 Winchester, just under 6 minutes remaining third quarter. Interesting matchup here with Bensley Joseph on DiBenedetto. Bensley probably given up a good 5 or 6 inches, I want to say. Another steal by Don Black. He's going to go coast to coast again and lay it in. If I'm Winchester, I'm thinking timeout, Scott. What do you think?
Don Black, the senior captain, showing what he's made of. If they don't get the timeout and pay for it, Black's got it again.
Joseph's going to take the 3 to tie it, and he does!
And here comes the timeout. A little bit too late for Winchester, but that game is taken over by senior captain Don Black. Deflection, steal, basket, deflection, and then over to Bensley Joseph. Bing, bang, boom, and this game is tied.
An 8-0 run by the Spy Ponders has tied it at 33 with 5:25 to go in the third quarter. And Scott, I know things have been going great for Winchester all night long. My point was when they got back-to-back steals against them by Don Black and 2 successive layups, I think I might have gone with the timeout then. Instead, Winchester was hurried and hassled a little bit. They turned it over again. Joseph hits the 3, and after all this hard work that the Sachems have put in, now they find themselves tied.
They find themselves tied, and in a game like this where one team has either had a lead most of the time and the game has been tied, anytime that score actually changes sides, meaning Arlington, if Arlington can actually get the lead, oftentimes that's devastating for the other team just mentally. Now we're behind after being up the whole game, so there should be a pep in the Spy Ponders step right now. They've gotten a few deflections for Winchester. They just got to be strong with the basketball.
Well, let's see how Winchester responds to some big-time adversity. They've seen their 8-point lead dwindle down to 0, and that is a great call by the official out there as Fitzpatrick went for the crossover, got a ball stuck on his hip, and he commits a, what they want to call it, a carry or a double dribble. Either way, it's a violation.
I can guarantee at halftime, assistant coach Jack Woods challenged Black to be able to guard Fitzpatrick, and he has just absolutely devastated him here in the second half.
Gascoigne down low, takes a little fadeaway hook shot, and now James is going to commit an over-the-top foul.
You know, I don't really mind that foul right there. That's an effort foul. He's going for the ball. Spy Ponders are keeping their momentum there, showing that they're being aggressive in this basketball game.
Second foul on James, first on the team in the second half. Winchester ball tied at 33.
The on-the-ball defense is greatly improved in the second half. Look at this by Corrales. Look at this.
Bogmalov is known to be an excessive dribbler, and Corrales was all over him. Look for Corrales to pick his pocket next time down. 5 on the shot clock for Winchester. Oh, great little move by Bogmalov. He got hit, and he will go to the line for 2. Yeah, the down low official did not see that. That call came from the trail official, but it was clearly the right call.
Nah, it was clearly the right call. I tell you, this kid can move. Bagmanovic. A little crossover there. Got to the tin, squared his shoulders. Wow, impressive.
First foul against Nick, and the second on the team. For Arlington, number 21, Joey Pazia checks back into the Ponder lineup, and he replaces Ben Wasco.
And so the Spy Ponders, Pazia, want to get a little bit more aggressive, want to own those boards a little bit more. That's what Pazia can give them. Benson Joseph needs to look for his offense a little more here.
1 of 2 for Bogomolov. His first point of the game, actually. Here's Gascoigne down low. He fakes, he puts it up strong, and he scores.
Squares his shoulders to the basket. The hoop, a little bit of harm, no call, but a big bucket.
Coming up on the halfway point of the third quarter, and the Ponders lead it by 1. Bogomolov to the basket, no, he's fouled by Pazia. So Arlington has retaken the lead after trailing by as many as 8 points.
Oh, they're going to give him 2 free throws. That's unbelievable. Wow, that occurred when he was picking up his dribble. Very fortunate call there for Winchester.
First free throw is good for Bogomolov.
Bogomolov is a nice player. They're facing some serious adversity there, and he's been able to twice dribble drive to the basket, make something positive happen.
He hits them both, and the Sachems will retake the lead. Bogomolov will go to the bench and replaced by number 5, Will McCarron.
Wow, why he comes out of this game here, that's interesting.
36-35, Sachems by 1 halfway through the third quarter. Benson Joseph pull-up pop is good.
Bing, bang, boom. That's been there all night for Joseph, and it will be. If he starts hitting that shot, look out.
Double figures now for the sophomore. Joseph with 11. He just takes it away from McCarron. Just took it right away from him. Don Black, hesitation move. With the left hand, lays it up and in.
On the right side, he finishes with the left, but that was started by Bensley Joseph and a deflection. Joseph is taking over this game.
McCarron kicks it in the corner to Tavila. No. DiBenedetto fights for the rebound. Ball's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by James Gascoigne, and it will be Winchester ball. And Scott, as you mentioned, you were surprised that Bogomolov came out of the game at all, but he's quickly back in. They really got about a 40-second rest.
Sure did.
He goes right back in there and replaces McCarron. Ponders by 3, 39-36.
Right now, the only offense for Winchester is Bogomolov.
Yeah, they've gone away from Fitzpatrick and DiBenedetto, surprisingly. They were so effective in the second quarter. They have a combined 19 points. Black got hit, no. Rebound fought for, and it's DiBenedetto who travels. He may have gotten fouled, but he still left his feet and landed, so it had to either be a travel or a foul. Definitely not a non-call. Maybe the official was screened out of that one.
This is a letting contact happen, which is surprising that they make the call there on Don Black. You know, Don, you asked why senior captain Liam Fitzpatrick isn't getting anything done in the second half. It's because Don Black has made a personal decision to lock him down. He's been in his case the whole half.
Ben Wasco trying to get back into the lineup for the Spy Ponders. They finally recognize him, and James Gascoigne's going to get a break. And this time they do a better job of cleaning up after the players went down on that baseline area. Remember, Don Black slipped on a wet spot in the first half. So Winchester ball. The
custodian on the floor.
He still is. Yes.
Custodian on the floor.
That's 6 men on the floor for the Ponders. That could be a technical foul.
Absolutely. Holy cow. I see something new every day.
Ponders by 3, 2.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. DiBenedetto was cut off on the baseline. You're right, it's been the defense of Bensley Joseph and Don Black shutting down the 2 Winchester scoring leaders. That's why they've had to go to Bogomolov, who makes a little spin move into the lane and gets the roll.
Again, it's Bogomolov to the basket. That time a little spin move. This kid's for real.
Ponders by 1, coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Coach Bowler calls out the play for the Ponders. Corrales around his back. 10 on the shot clock for Arlington.
Go to work, son. Go to work.
Takes a pull-up three and makes a pull-up three.
That's what Bensley Joseph can do. When the shot clock's running down, he can just dribble in and take a three.
That's got to be a foul on Bensley Joseph. No, they don't call it. They let him play through. Three-point shot's no good. Put back also no good. Winchester player reestablished himself. Takes a pull-up jump shot. Fitzpatrick, no. And let's see what we have. We're going to have a rebounding foul on DiBenedetto.
Yes. Spy Ponders with a little bit of serendipity there. I'm not sure their effort was up to task to preventing a basket there, but they got lucky for a couple of point-blank makes, and I'll tell you, this Fitzpatrick can't get anything done. He's got Don Black in his head.
Mario DiBenedetto picks up his first foul, third on the team. Ponders have committed 4. Joseph's going to take another pull-up three. This one's around and out. Wasco fought for that rebound, couldn't come up with it. Here come the Sachems the other way with 1:04 remaining third quarter. Ponders by 4.
Heat check there for Bensley Joseph.
Again, Bogomolov. This time I think Corrales might have got a hand on that shot.
He did. A tremendous defense there by Nick Corrales. Let's see if the Spy Ponders can run some offense here.
45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Joseph, baseline double team. Nice pass into Pazia. Pazia, no. Rebound Fuffa that hit a Winchester player who was standing out of bounds. So it will be Arlington ball.
Phenomenal pass there by Bensley Joseph.
When we reset the shot clock on that?
I believe it hit the rim.
I thought that shot hit the rim. They do not reset the shot clock, so Arlington looking at only 8 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds in the quarter. Joseph's going to have to take the long three, and he makes it from deep, deep, deep in the corner.
Joseph says, I'm the best player on the court. You can guard me close. It's not going to matter. I can still hit a three-pointer. And he's taking over this ball game on both ends.
And now great defense there by Arlington. Bensley Joseph turned DiBenedetto into Wasco. Wasco had great position. He ran into Wasco like a brick wall, went down to the floor, and gets called for a traveling violation.
Right now, this is the Bensley Joseph's world, and we're all just part of it as the custodian tries to enter the game again, and he shoot off.
A 15-point swing here for the Ponders. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Bensley Joseph one-on-one against Bogomolov.
Go to work. Go to
He's
work.
going to take the pull-up three. That is a chance. No, it was a little short. Rebound to Winchester, and that will end the third quarter.
As Winchester's Patrick Grassi slams the ball into the ground in frustration, kind of summing up what it must feel like for the Sachems. They came out in the second half. It was the superior effort of Don Black. A couple of steals, some lockdown defense on senior captain Liam Fitzpatrick got it started, and then it was all Bensley Joseph. He took it from there. Dipsy-doos, some outside shots. They hit the board. Superior effort all around. Big quarter for the Spy Ponders.
The Spy Ponders will take a 45-38 lead into the fourth quarter. And what a turnaround, Scott. Winchester led 30-25 at the half. They hit their first shot, a three-pointer, at the beginning of the third quarter, led by as many as 8 points. But the Ponders will end up outscoring the Sachems to the tune of 20-8 here in the third quarter. So Arlington's had their way in the odd number quarters. Winchester had their way in the second quarter. Let's see how the fourth quarter plays out.
Spy Ponders' biggest goal is to hold teams under 10 points in the quarter. They have in the first, they have in the third. We'll see what happens in the fourth.
Yep, they've done it twice. But Winchester had a marvelous second quarter where they scored 22. Now a beautiful play inside. The shot is blocked, as it was Grassi who's been quiet here in the second half. Corrales back the other way. He goes up and under, no. Don Black with the rebound, and they're going to get a reach-in foul, and I think that's going to be on McCarron, and if it is, I believe that will be his fourth.
Tom Black hustling back, grabs the ball strong with 2 hands. He absorbs the contact, doesn't lose control of the ball, and he's rewarded with a foul. On the other end, you see a block by Bensley Joseph, and instead of going up against Strong, the Sachem player kind of dribbles it out almost as if he's a bit intimidated inside. Wow.
That was a quick 5.
There was.
5-second violation committed by the opponent. I want to make one correction. That foul, last Winchester foul, was committed by Alex Bogomolov, his 3rd. So McCarron, number 2 with 3, and Bogomolov also now with 3. That was not the 4th foul against McCarron. So Spy Ponders turn it over on the quick 5-second violation. That's a tough shot for Fitzpatrick, but he hits it.
Fitzpatrick finally gets something going in the second half. It's contested. Don Black can't do anything more than that. Hits a shot. 5-point game.
Yeah, I don't think Fitzpatrick took more than 1 or 2 shots in that 3rd quarter, if that many. And that was his first basket of the second half. Now Bensley Joseph with the short little jumper didn't go, and 2 Arlington players hustling for that rebound, knock it out of bounds.
Both teams have increased their effort and energy here in the 4th quarter. Sachems aren't going anywhere. They've hit a couple of big shots. Here we go. Middlesex League rising.
Benedetto, very few touches in the second half so far. Fitzpatrick got caught up in the air again. Remember, he committed a traveling violation earlier doing just that. They're going to have to move it around and end up with a 3-point attempt by Grassi, and I think Arlington will live with that. But unfortunately for Arlington, the long rebound went into the corner. McCarron saved it, knocked out of bounds. Arlington ball.
Spy Ponders
Winchester ball.
In a scramble twice that time. Got themselves out of it. Forced Winchester to take a 3-pointer early in the game. Those were falling, but their legs are a little bit tired here with 6:43 left to go in the contest. And I think it's going to be dribble drives to the basket by Bogomolov, or Fitzpatrick's going to have to get himself going. I'm not sure where else their offense is going to come from, because I don't think they're going to hit those outside shots anymore.
They don't seem to be a very good 3-point shooting team. It seems like their strength is driving to the basket. And the defense of Black and Joseph against the 2 leading scorers for Winchester has really shut down the Winchester offense here in the second half. Here's Fitzpatrick, very difficult shot, and he gets the roll.
Can't play defense better than that. Again, Fitzpatrick hits a very difficult shot, cuts the lead to 3. Let's see how the Spy Ponders respond here. It's been Bensley Joseph all night long making the big shots. Let's see if they can get them open.
45-42 Ponders. 6:18 remaining in the 4th quarter. Oh, beautiful play there. And now great hustle by Swift, but he couldn't get the shot to go. Sam Swift into the Arlington lineup with a great play.
Swift hustling, can't get it to go right now. Fitzpatrick feeling it to the basket.
Patrick, no, got an unlucky roll himself on that one. McCarron for 3. Bounces high off and hits the support above the backboard. It'll be Arlington ball.
So the so Winchester is getting success when they're dribble driving to the basket. Fitzpatrick's hitting very tough shots. I don't know if he can keep that up, but that's what they've got right there. It's going to be Fitzpatrick or Bogomolov, and the Spy Ponders need to look for Bensley Joseph.
Don Black's 3 is no good. Fitzpatrick with the rebound for the Sachems. 5.5 remaining in the 4th quarter. 3-point Ponder lead. Grassi from way downtown has tied this game up.
Grassi way downtown, bang, and the Sachem crowd goes wild. Let's see what the Spy Ponders have here. A little bit of zone. So here's a zone.
Very rare for Winchester to play zone. A 7-0 Sachem run. Bensley Joseph to the basket, might have got fouled, no call. Winchester with a chance to retake the lead.
Last time they ran a double high screen and got a 3-pointer. Let's see what they do this time.
Arlington scoreless here in the 4th quarter. Oh, great defense there by Swift. Got a hand on it, but Bogomolov picks up the loose change. No. Ball's knocked out of bounds by McCarron. Spy Ponder ball.
More serendipity for the Spy Ponders. That time they let up a couple of open looks at the basket. As you see there, Coach Fleming not happy with getting unlucky there. His club's tied the game up. Let's see if we can get Bensley Joseph a shot here.
Coming up on 4.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. James Gascoigne gets it to Swift. Swift fakes, pulls up. Shot is a little bit short. Don Black with the rebound. He's going to go up strong, and he's fouled on the play.
Don Black hustling hard against his 2-3 zone. The one thing the 2-3 zone gives up is offensive rebounds to aggressive ball players. And you saw Black there getting good position, went up strong, rewarded with 2 freebies.
First free throw is good. Black gives the Ponders a lead. He has a dozen.
In theory, this 2-3 zone should be just fine for the Spy Ponders. They're working around and they can get Benson Joseph an open 3 anytime they'd like.
1 of 2 for Don Black. Ponders lead at 46-45, 4:22 remaining fourth quarter. De Benedetto into the paint, kicks it out. This is Grassi. He can hit that 3. He's hit 2 already tonight. That one, no. Fitzpatrick up and under with the left hand. Tough shot there for Fitzpatrick. He might have been better served kicking that one back out and resetting the Winchester offense.
Didn't square his shoulders. They're back to the man-to-man now. Spy Ponders have to identify that and get a little something going. No, it's 2-3 zone.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, Arlington by 1. Don Black open on the baseline. They finally get to him. He gets it on the cut to Nick Corrales, and Nick is fouled hard by De Benedetto. And Nick Corrales will go to the line for 2.
Sign of a well-coached team when a player gets the ball on the inside of his zone and he's got 2 men on him. He knows to immediately look opposite. He does, and he sees Nick Corrales dive into the hoop, squares his shoulders, gets some contact, and he's rewarded with 2 shots in the basket with absolutely nobody guarding him.
And the first free throw rolls in for Nick. 2 of 3 from the charity stripe for the junior guard.
Yeah, nice smooth stroke. I love his little routine before. Bends his knees, follow through.
Around and out, but this time Gascoigne is able to come up with the offensive rebound on the missed free throw. So the Ponders will have a fresh 30 and a chance to increase their lead.
So we'll look for, they can get to the foul line, corners are open. You got a high-low set here.
3.5 left in the fourth quarter. Ponders holding on to this 2-point lead. Don with the little shovel pass to Gascoigne, and Gascoigne lays it in off the window.
Gascoigne gets the ball and says, forget about anything fancy, I'm tossing it right off the glass and in. Big bucket for the Spy Ponders, started by the rebound by Gascoigne, and a timeout here by Coach Fleming, who says, I've seen enough, 3:08, we're down 4, let's regroup. So Don, you know, we see an atmosphere like this. I'm really impressed with both teams. Spy Ponders down a little bit at the half. They were beating the spots. They come out real aggressive, have a huge third quarter. I thought maybe Winchester might kind of go away and say that we've had enough here. No, they didn't say we had enough. They attack hard, tie the ball game back up, and then we see the Ponders responding right back. Middlesex League rising. These are 2 quality clubs.
They sure are, and I think these are the 2 top teams in the Middlesex Liberty division. Probably Watertown, the top team in the other side. Arlington played Watertown since our last telecast. They beat the Red Raiders of Watertown High School, as they have every league opponent, as Arlington comes into this game 5-0 in the league. So with this is a huge swing, because if Arlington were to lose, they would have a league loss and match Winchester for the top spot in the league. If Arlington wins, they'll have a 2-game lead in the league standings.
So let's see if the Spy Ponders can prevent dribble drives. If you're going to have to give a 3-pointer up, you know, on a scramble, that's what's going to have to happen, but no dribble drives.
McCarron, most of his points have come from outside, but this time he goes to the basket and makes the fake to the middle of the lane, comes back with the right hand off the window and lays it in.
McCarron swishing and dishing with a little spin move. Nasty.
The junior McCarron with 8, third leading scorer for the Sachems tonight. Sachems has gotten scoring from only 6 players. Bensley Joseph kicks it to Sam Swift. Swift's 3 is no good. Rebound by De Benedetto.
Sachems sticking with the zone, surprising, and it's working out for him. Bensley Joseph hasn't taken advantage of some open looks.
Sachems with a chance to tie it with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. De Benedetto so quiet here in the second half, as Joseph has really shut him down. 2-way player, Bensley Joseph. Here's De Benedetto. This is what he does best, and he lays it in. He just bullied his way to the basket that time and used his strength, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that from him against Bensley Joseph.
And dribble drives again. It's been what they've done all game long. You got to look at the outside, rotate that basketball.
Under 2 minutes remaining. We're tied at 49. James Gascoigne goes to the left, off the window with the right hand, count the basket, and James will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play.
The foul line is open against his 2-3 zone. James Gascoigne dribbles to his left, finishes with his right. Didn't look pretty, but he finished through contact, hoop in the arm, and here we go, back and forth action.
51-49, Arlington Gascoigne completes the three-point play. He has a dozen on the evening, and the Ponders lead it by 3 with 1:44 to go in the contest.
Real simple. Can you prevent dribble drives? No.
Swift came into the game to guard Bogmalov. It looks like he got away with a little bit of a push on that drive by Bogmalov. But now Arlington will come back the other way, and Bensley Joseph will wisely pull it out and set up the Arlington offense, which will be going against this 2-3 Winchester zone.
Gascoigne saved the day with a block on one end. We'll see if they feed him on the other.
Swift has come off the bench to provide some great defensive effort for the Spy Ponders. 6 on the shot clock. Gascoigne, legal play. Oh, no.
Well, he either got fouled or it's a legal play, right, Don? I mean, it can't be both, right?
Ball came out of his hand. I'm surprised they called the travel.
It came out of his hand because the ball was hit on the arm. So Coach Bowler gets a timeout there. That's a little bit confusing. And I tell you what's a little bit confusing to me, Don, is Bensley Joseph, after taking over in the third quarter, he's been a little bit passive here in the fourth quarter. He's had some open looks there in the fourth and passed them up. James Gascoigne's picked up the slack. We've had some rebounds by James Gascoigne and finishes. And I know you're still perplexed at that call.
Well, it looked at live speed as if the Winchester player knocked it out of James' hand, in which case James is more than eligible to catch it and land with it. If James did not lose control of the ball, which I guess you can rewind at home to see if that's what happened, then that's a different story. But I thought the ball got knocked out of his hand, in which case it can be just a free play, not a travel and not a held ball. I think Coach Jackie Woods is over there trying to say that the Winchester player had a hand on it, which would be a held ball, but that's not the way I saw it. Of course, that's at live speed from up here, too.
Well, I agree with you, Don. I think what happened more than anything else is that James Gascoigne, when he did it, kind of looked guilty. He had a guilty look on his face, guilty body language, and the official was just like, yep, travel.
Yeah, it's an odd-looking play, but a legal play nonetheless, I thought.
So here's some pressure for the Spy Ponders. They haven't trapped out of it all night. Let's see if they do trap out of it here. That would be an interesting new little wrinkle, a dangerous one because you can give up a long layup, but one that Winchester might not be totally prepared for.
Minute 12 remaining in the game. Arlington with a 3-point lead.
Straight defense, so we'll see if we can prevent dribble drives. Simple as that. Got to prevent dribble drives. Here's the double screen.
Fitzpatrick to the hole, no! Can't get it to go. Arlington with the rebound, under a minute to play. They lead by 3.
Bensley Joseph wants to take time off the clock. It's a little too early for that.
Little tricky dribble by the sophomore. And now Winchester will go to the foul, a hand check foul, and I don't think Winchester wanted that foul.
Oh my gosh, 45 seconds left, and new shot clock. Now I only...
No, Arlington's in the bonus. 1-on-1 for Bensley Joseph. So 9th foul against the Sachems.
Wow, and yeah, definitely. And you can see Coach Fleming was not happy about that foul. Here's Bensley Joseph.
And Bogmalov picks up his 4th, and Bensley makes him pay.
Hey, he's cool as a cucumber for the line. So Spy Ponders up 4, make or miss here. It's got to be preventing dribble drives, hand up on all the three-point shooters. Try not to foul. But they do have fouls to give.
Yes, Arlington with only 4 team fouls. I don't think they have committed any fouls here in the fourth quarter. 1 of 2 for Bensley Joseph, so a 4-point spread.
Double screen, he'll look to dribble drive off of this.
35 seconds, Arlington by 4. Bogmalov, he's going to take the pull-up shot. He was hit on the play as Sam Swift will pick up the foul. Swift getting significant minutes here down the stretch for the Spy Ponders.
Bogmalov has just been a whirling dervish in this game of dribble, drives, spin moves, and finishes at the basket. He's rewarded with the contact here with 2 free throws.
First free throw is short.
And you wonder if all the
That's a big miss.
All the effort he expended to get to this point took its toll. Well, I love this timeout by Coach Bowler. So this is a timeout here.
Actually, I think Winchester's going to take credit for that timeout. And I believe that's Winchester's 4th timeout, so they only have one left.
So interesting timeout there from Winchester's perspective. That signals to me, Don, they're changing up their defense here. They're going to look for now either a diamond press or maybe even a man-to-man press with 31 seconds left. Make or miss, they've got to be thinking foul. But to me,
now they should be,
I'm not thinking foul for a while. I want to get a couple of traps. I want to try to get a steal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure if there are many high school teams in the state that can hold the ball for 10, 12 seconds. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Me personally, I'm going to gamble that they can't. We'll see how Winchester plays it.
Yeah. I might go a couple seconds and try to get a steal, Scott. I think that's a good point, but by the time Arlington gets the ball, the shot clock will be off. So in theory, Arlington would be able to hold it for the rest of the game. So Winchester's just going to have to decide when, and also maybe it'll be a decision as to who they want to foul as they go for those traps and steals originally. Bogmalov, unfortunately for him, in Winchester misses both free throws.
Oh, not behind
Bensley
your back,
Joseph.
not behind your back. Oh, not behind your back.
See whose ball it is on the alternating possession rule, Arlington.
That's serendipity for the Spy Ponders. Bensley Joseph shows the youth. He's a super sensational sophomore, but I mean, you really should never be dribbling a basketball behind your back where your peripheral vision can't see the ball, but to do it in traffic in a tight game, wow. Fortunate to come up with the basketball.
Spy Ponders will have to inbound this ball on the sideline. They actually rather easily get it into Don Black, and immediately Fitzpatrick picks up the foul. I think that's Fitzpatrick's first foul.
So here's Black to the line.
Double bonus for the Ponders.
Double bonus, so he'll shoot a pair with absolutely nobody guarding him. 2 big misses on the other end to keep the gap at 4.
Right. Absolutely. And the first free throw is no good. Scott, you had mentioned in a prior game, Arlington closed out one of their wins, 13 for 13?
13 straight down the stretch. And right now, you wouldn't rather anybody in the line than senior captain, all-league player Don Black. But right now, this free throw missing seems to be contagious. Got to get one to go. There it is.
1 of 2 for Don Black, and Arlington will take a timeout to set their defensive strategy here for the final 23.8 seconds. Arlington with 3 timeouts remaining, Winchester with just 1.
So the Spy Pioneers, you see Coach Woods and Bowler, the meeting of the minds there, kind of figuring out what the heck we're going to do here. Up 5 with 23.8 seconds left, and I can tell you what they've decided on. They're going to try not to foul. They're going to keep everybody in front of them. They're going to not let them roll the ball up or pass the ball up the court, and then try to get the basketball and hold it tight for a rebound. That's what you're looking for here if you're the Spy Ponders. If you are Winchester, if you can dribble drive real quick and get to the basket for a quick 2 and a timeout, that's fine. Or if it takes a little time and you can dribble for a drive and kick for a 3, that's fine too. But you got to make a basket here.
Oh, they need to score, no question about it. And Winchester,
they've got to score.
And Winchester with just that 1 timeout, so they'll only be able to have that situation where when they do make a basket to call a timeout, they'll only be able to do that 1 time in this final 23 seconds. So Arlington will be wise to, use up 3 or 4 of those seconds when they have to inbound the ball, when the clock's ticking and nothing's happening.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted. That's not what you wanted. Wow.
Well, Arlington had 1 to give, so Don Black takes it. Non-shooting foul for Dom. That's his 3rd foul, so it'll be Winchester ball. It should be on the sideline.
But there you wanted to keep everything in front of you, nothing on the run, and not a phenomenal job of execution by the Spy Ponders, but they had a foul to give, and here we go.
Yeah, they took it outside too, so Winchester can't run a out-of-bounds play from the baseline. Clock's ticking.
Up on all the shooters.
To Benedetto, no. Don Black went for the rebound, and he was unable to control. It'll be Winchester ball.
So they'll get another chance. Game not over.
14.3 seconds remaining. Arlington by 5. Again, Arlington holding a team to barely 50 points if Winchester can even get there.
Hand up on all the shooters. No fouls.
To Benedetto, long 3, no. Rebound fought for. Bogmalov, no. Gascoigne with the rebound, and he is quickly fouled by Bogmalov. with 3.9 seconds remaining, and you could put this one in the book for the Spy Ponders. It'll be a very, very hard-fought win here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium.
A phenomenal Gascoigne breathes a sigh of relief. What a game he's had. Big baskets, big rebound, big effort by Gascoigne. The big third quarter by Bensley Joseph, the tremendous defensive effort and turning of the tide of the ball game by John Black. The Spy Ponders show why they're the defending champions. They show why they've won 33 consecutive Middlesex League contests. But what can you say about the effort of Winchester? This is a team ready to go. They were there. That looked like they were down for the count, came back strong. Impressive team, this Winchester.
Gascoigne hits both free throws, and the Spy Ponders will win this one as the three-point shot there at the buzzer is no good. And that's the way this one will end. So a final shout out to our ACMi crew list tonight. Our producer Alex Van Thong, our director Staz. Camera people are Adam Deck, Zach Garrigus, Felix Moisand, and Max Deluca. Colin Gilbert was on graphics and audio. Running down the scoring for tonight, Winchester, Joe McCarron had 8 points. Alex Bogomolov had 5 points, as did Michael Tavia with 5 points. Patrick Gassi hit 2 3-pointers for 6 points. The leading scorers for the Sachems, Mario De Benedetto with 12 and Liam Fitzpatrick with 13. But very few of those points for those two came in the second half. For the Spy Ponders, Nick Corrales chipped in with 2 points, as did Will Clifford. And Stephen McGilvery and Joey Pazio all had 2 points. Ben Wasco had 3 points. The high scorers for the Spy Ponders tonight, Dom Black with 13, James Gascoigne with 14, and leading the way for the Spy Ponders with 18 points was Bensley Joseph.
You know, John, I think what the biggest thing to come away with tonight was what an incredible atmosphere. What a battle of two titans. These are two top 25 teams in the state. They showed it. They showed the Spy Ponders showed to be the champions they are of the league and the potential that they have, especially in that second half. The first half, you know, obviously, I said I didn't think they were faster than the Spy Ponders with the dribble drives, and Don Black proved me correct because he was able to prevent that in the second half, and I thought that was the difference. You know, looking at the ACMi players of the game, Dom, you know, if I'm looking at Winchester, I got to give it to Alex Bogomolov, and you know, if Don, if you were to give one for a Spy Ponder, who do you think you'd go with?
Well, that's a tough choice. You know, it's an overall, you have to really look at the defensive effort here in the second half. As I mentioned, Fitzpatrick ended up with 13 and De Benedetto 12. I think De Benedetto had 9 at the half and Fitzpatrick had 10 or something like that. So those two players combined for only 5 points in the second half, and that's largely due to the defense of Bensley Joseph and Don Black. So those two guys for their defensive efforts deserve a shout out here tonight.
So why don't we give them the co-MVPs? As a matter of fact, let's give Don Black the Bing Bang Boom Award, and the MVP, the ACMi MVP will go to Bensley Joseph. You know, moving forward, you have to feel good if you're the Spy Ponders. You know, they have Belmont coming up, and then Wakefield. Belmont's 4-3, but they're a very strong club, played a very strong schedule. In Wakefield, they're struggling a bit, so maybe this, and then after that, maybe the schedule eases up just a little bit because they played a really tough stretch here. You know, I think things are looking good for the Spy Ponders. For Winchester, you know, they've got Arlington Catholic, at Woburn, Wilmington coming up, so no West for the Weary for them, but they show that they're in the mix for the championship, so they're going to be ready to go. You know, full steam ahead for both teams.
A little bit of a break for the Spy Ponders in the schedule, actually, though, Scott. They do not have a game for another week. They'll have a full week to be able to prepare for Belmont next Friday night. Oddly enough, no game on Tuesday. Usually you play Tuesdays and Fridays, but for whatever reason, the schedule maker has it that the Spy Ponders will not play until next Friday when the Marauders of Belmont High School come into the Kozlowski Gymnasium. So our final score here tonight, Arlington 56, Winchester 49. Scott and I will be back with post-game guests.
Welcome to Arlington Public News. I'm Brenda Mahoney.
And I'm Paul Werlin. Thanks for joining us here at the historic Jefferson Cutter House in Arlington Center.
Everybody in town is looking forward to the upcoming solar eclipse later this month.
What kids find fun means a lot of work for those who have to clean up.
What makes this camp special is the time kids spend with the police and fire departments.
A group of 26 Japanese exchange students filled the studio and control room here at ACMi.
Pasquale went in the goal. So the Ponders have scored, they've won.
Out of the changes, the Hawk Light is the most confusing to Arlingtonians. After spending the morning with the Arlington Fire Department, I'll make sure to thank the firefighters I come across next for the constant work they put in to keep us all safe.
All four projects also encourage pedestrians and cyclists to think about pathways and what they mean.
Students are invited to take yarn, wrap it around any of the poles that they identify with.
As you can see, Arlington Public News is right in the heart of your community.
And welcome to the postgame show. I'm Scott Zwick. After Arlington's big win, I'm here with the ACMi player of the game, Bensley Joseph. Bensley, it was a big second half. Tell us a little bit about the adjustments you made and how it went.
We went down 5 at halftime, and coach in the locker room said, we got to bring it defensively because they were hitting tough shots. Credit to, number 14 and number 23. But we had to get it going on defense. So I think in the third quarter, we went on a run with a couple threes, and I think it worked out for us. So defense brought it out in the intensity, and everybody was just in the game. So it was great.
Great win. So talk to me a little bit about what a win like this against a quality team like Winchester can do for you moving forward.
It can do really good. I mean, we got a tough opponent in Belmont coming in, so wins and just keep stacking up. So, moving forward, we're going to just keep building and getting better and better.
Excellent. So good luck moving forward. We hope to talk to you soon. Great. All right. We'll be back right after this.
India. Many Americans are confused by its contradictions, profound spirituality amid a senseless caste system and extreme poverty, the world's largest democracy racked by ubiquitous corruption, and a land that once gave rise to Mahatma Gandhi is also plagued by violence against women and minorities. Join us for Unraveling India as we explore the past that gave rise to these contradictions and envision a future that might promise greater justice and equality for the planet's second most populous nation.
And we're back. We have with us my man, Dom Black. He was the Bing Bang Boom Award winner tonight, specifically for his play in the second half. And Dom struggled a little bit defensively in the first half. Talk to me about the adjustments you made personally at the half.
I'm Garden Fitzpatrick. He's the best player on the team. And honestly, you just got to get after it. You got to stay low on him because he's quick. But you can also shoot it and he can get to the rack. So honestly, it's just me shuffling my feet and working harder on every play.
So you've been in these close games before. Talk to me about what the mentality is of a winning club in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, we just ante up our D that much more, And when you go and play defense, every play down, they get frustrated. And then we come back down and we basically convert on every mistake they make. So it's basically just working as a team, communicating even more, and hitting free throws down the stretch.
So talk to me about moving forward, some of the things that maybe you have to shore up and what a win like this can do for you.
Well, Winchester, they were tied with us in the Middlesex League, so this is a huge game for us. They actually just made the top 25 too, so that helped us, bump them down a bit. But moving forward, we just got to, fix some things on offense, move it a little more, and then just get out and go. And when we start flowing, it's hard to stop us. So.
Sure is hard to stop you, and you certainly stopped Fitzpatrick in the second half, so great job by your club, and good luck moving forward.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Going live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And to wrap things up, our final guest is Coach Bolo. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. Great atmosphere in here tonight, and Winchester was a very good team. I think just a great high school basketball game.
It really was. To get the crosstown rivals here in the Middlesex League, which we've had now for the last couple of years. So, DiBenedetto and Fitzpatrick, unofficially I think I had them for 19 first half points. I think they ended up with 12 and 13 respectively. So you held those two scorers to maybe 5-7 points combined in the second half. And it seemed like it was mostly Bensley Joseph on DiBenedetto, I believe, and Dom on Fitzpatrick. Was that a focus at the half?
Yeah, we talked about, those two players and number 2 are their main scorers. And, we held 23 had 2 points second half, and Fitzpatrick had 4. So, and we talked about them. If we keep those guys, one of those guys needs to score 20 in order to have a really good chance to beat us. And we talked about that, other than our pregame, we talked about halftime, making other guys beat us. And, Dom just did an incredible job on that, on Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick's a great player. But Dom rose to the occasion, made every point that kid got, he earned from Dom, and Dom just did an outstanding job, and Bensley did a great job on 23, keeping him in front, keeping him out of the lane, and we did a pretty good job on the boards.
Yeah, DiBenedetto seemed like he really was focusing on, and I had a scouting report from a Belmont coach that he really likes to go hard to the hole, and he seemed like he was able to do that in the first half. Second half, just didn't even really, I don't know if Bensley just broke his will perhaps, and he just didn't even really try to do that.
Yeah, I think he had a lot of confidence when he's playing, he playing someone big, but he was probably quicker than James or Ben, and then when Bensley got on him, Bensley's a lot quicker, and I think it might have thrown him off, I think Bensley's an electrifying player, so I think he probably makes guys nervous when he's around.
Yeah, he's really showing himself to be a two-way player, leading the team with 18 points and providing that great defense. Now, Coach, let me talk to you a little bit about, because we haven't had you on yet this year, and this is only the second home game, I believe. And when you look at your scores, they're very low-scoring games, I noticed. You're probably holding teams to, I would imagine, average, maybe with the exception of one high-scoring game. You have to be under 50 points per game. Is that really the focus of the team this year, and hopefully the offense will maybe pick up a little bit as the season progresses?
Yeah, I think, one of our trademarks is playing solid defense, good defense. And I think we're doing that. Offensively, we've struggled. I think, we're starting to get out. We scored 60-something the other night, 65 the other night. This was a grind tonight. I think teams, sometimes kind of slow it down versus us as well. They weren't trying to get out and run. So, I think our offense will come. I think, we're going to do some more stuff, to speed them up. And, we usually get a lot of points, 10 to 15 points on, our press, but we really didn't press too much tonight. So, I think, we have a week before we play Belmont, so, we're going to make some adjustments offensively and defensively to clean everything up, because, Belmont's going to be a huge test for us. If we can, get Belmont next week, we'll be 2 games up on everyone after the first part of the season. So, it's going to be a big test, and it's at home. Keep our win streak in check, and it's good to have a little time off to get some practice time, because this is probably the last chance this year we'll have 3 or 4 practices in a row before without a game.
Right. Yeah, I noticed you don't play a game for another week when Belmont comes here a week from tonight. Let me ask you another question. Now that it's your 10th year here, then maybe there's a book on Arlington basketball. So you think teams are really trying to, to prevent you from, there's nothing they can do about when you steal the ball or deflect the ball or anything like that, but they can get back more on defense. Do you think teams are really focusing on you offensively to try to get back and make sure that you don't turn those many steals and deflections that you get per game and get them into easy baskets?
Yeah, I think a lot of teams, like Winchester tonight, their pressing defense wasn't really to get steals. It was just to slow us down and try to create tempo. And they did a pretty good job of that tonight, but we had to do a better job. If we can break it and score, if not, we just got to execute better on offense. Set better screens, cut hard out of the hoop, and that will come. We have guys that can score it, and shots are going to fall, and we're going to creep up into the 60s. I think hopefully closer to the 70s, but still be able to keep teams out of the 50s.
Coach, thanks for joining us. A good week of practice hopefully this week, and get ready for Belmont next Friday. Coach Bolo has been our guest. So that will wrap things up here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. I'd like to thank our producer, Alex Van Thong, and our director, Staz. He just likes to be called Staz. And my partner was Scott Zwick tonight. That'll wrap things up here tonight. The final score, Arlington 56 and Winchester 49.